taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Well, the cold weather certainly helping set the stage for what should be a physical primetime contest at Pittsburgh's Acrisure Stadium.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, we look at this Steeler ball club entering play. They've been as hot as anyone. The win last week makes it 9 out of 10.
The results are hard to argue. If there's a team better suited for the postseason right now, I don't know who they are.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
So here's the first drive now for the Jags.
They're led by the #1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
And he's had a great season so far throwing the football. Very likely could go over 4,000 yards with a good performance here. And even in an age of passing first, that is no small accomplishment.
Going to the air right away, Lawrence. That's complete. It's Brian Thomas.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Just like that, it's a gain of 12 and a first down on their first play. Now look at the numbers for Thomas from a week ago. 8 catches, 80 yards.
And I get the feeling that he loves this matchup. I mean, the unit he's going against is in the bottom half of the league against the pass. He had to have circled this one on the schedule and said to himself, this should be a big game.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
And, Charles, you wonder about this defense coming in. I mean, look, it's no secret they're playing a team that's down on its luck right now. Losers of 5 straight. How does that change how you prepare for a game?
Well, to me, the first thought is you just get after them early, right? Take away any chance of them building any confidence. But the second thing is you prepare differently. You've got to expect this team to take chances, go for it on 3rd and 4th downs, run a lot of trick plays, anything to try and break their losing streak. So you must stay alert and stay aware.
On 3rd and 1, it's Lawrence. Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 42. It's an 11-yard pickup. Thought they'd run it on 3rd and 1. Not the case.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit. And that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
This defense for the Steelers, they were very good last week in the win over New Orleans.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks, and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well. Hard to throw the ball downfield when all you're seeing is opposing jerseys come at you.
They'll go for a gain of 7, and it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go.
Well, safe to say the passing game has found a rhythm. He's now 4 of 4, but might need to be 5 of 5 to keep this drive going here as they face a 3rd down.
And maybe perhaps you show a running play, right? Maybe a little play action here to go ahead and let him throw the ball downfield. I wouldn't get away from him flinging it because 4 for 4 already. I think he's got a good chance of picking this one up here on 3rd down.
If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down. Well, these sacks are really piling up. Last week, it was a half-dozen sacks. And here's one on the opening drive.
And it has the potential to be what we call a gap, a game-altering play. Because, let's face it, you just mentioned 6 sacks last week.
Now, if you're an offense and you saw that on tape, you've got to think to yourself, maybe I bring people in, keep them in, and try and protect my quarterback. It didn't work on that play.
He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And the Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. Here's Lawrence. And that is incomplete.
Well, they got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and the Jaguars grab a 3-0 lead. No touchdown there, but if that first drive is any indication, looks like they're going to have a pretty good day passing the football.
I would say confidence would have to be pretty high after that first drive, able to throw it almost at will. You're exactly right. They didn't get the touchdown, but 3 points serves as a nice notice about how this offense is going to move.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. So the Steelers offense getting set for their first drive. And a glance here at the southpaw, who will be calling the plays under center.
And he's looking good now. I mean, 5 touchdown passes in the last game. Okay, he threw a couple of interceptions. That's a little bit of a concern. But I remember a basketball coach telling me one time, he had a guy average about 40 points a game, and he said the press got all over him because he didn't play much defense. He said he's averaging over 40 a game. The guy against him's not scoring that. We still have the advantage.
Yeah, and they got the win last week in that effort.
Even better. It's always best to clean up things after a win than after a loss.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Back to throw. Gabriel. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. On 3rd and 2, Gabriel. Target, that's complete. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. When you give up points on the opening drive, in this case a field goal, you'd hate to go 3 and out. They avoid that.
They do, and it's also walking that fine line mentally, too, as a coach, isn't it? Because you want to emphasize to your team exactly what you said. All right, we gave up a field goal. Let's go back and at least equal that, guys. But if we don't, you don't want them to feel like it's the end of the world either. Nice that they were able to pick up the first down there, help them relax a little bit.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Looking to throw. Gabriel. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
Now a 3rd and 6. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. Third down and 6.
Back to throw. Gabriel. He'll find Metcalf. He's got room at the 30. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A big play there on the catch and run. And it's going to yield a new set of downs.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage after it.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
It's so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. A solid pickup at 13 sets him up first and goal.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Sermon, touchdown, Pittsburgh. Everybody in the stadium knew what they were going to do right there, CD. 3 tight ends on the field, all that extra bulk, and they run it in.
And you saw where that one went, right? You run it over your best blocker. I can just see the head coach right now. I want to run this one over the big boy. And they got it done.
A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all.
And it was Trey Sermon who polished it all off with a touchdown run.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the second time here in this game. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups. Check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
I do think it's fair to say that they were caught off guard a little bit when he decided not to throw it on first down. But give them credit. They recovered in time to deny him the first down yardage. But it's only second and short. So that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
And ETN going to have a Jags first down as he's up to the 43.
It's a gain of 8, and it'll wind up moving the chains. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Another tote for ETN.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
You look at this Steeler defense.
They're just below the cut line for top half of the league, 17th in the NFL against the run.
For some defensive fronts, playing the run is not the priority. It's playing the pass, right? They get upfield, they rush the passer, and sometimes neglect stopping the run. That's something that they have to work on and reverse a little bit. Make sure you play the run on your way back to the quarterback. I think that's how this defense is going to need to play these tight ends. They got to get right up on them and stay physical. And that paid off on that play, helping force that incompletion.
On third down, Lawrence.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the 1st down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. And the Steelers set to take the field.
And right now they're in that number 2 spot. They would love to hold on to that, but obviously first things first. They want to clinch the division.
And that's what everyone plays for. Win your division first, guarantees you a spot in the playoffs, but still a nice spot to be in. Not as good as it was when the number 2 seed meant a first-round bye. That's all changed with the new playoff system, but still a nice spot to be in.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Operating from the gun. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. A gain there of 30 big ones. A one-handed catch, that's one thing, but with the defender right there, that was a heck of a play.
It used to be that one-handed catch was instinctive in a game. Now it's a practiced move. They work on it before, after, during practice sessions. It becomes part of their repertoire, and it pays off.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. 2nd quarter action from Pittsburgh. It is the Steelers in control of the football as they've got it 2nd and 7. They'll run with Wilson out of the shotgun. 7 yards there and a 1st down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry.
And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down. Second and 7, operating from the 34.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
A short one there to Freiermuth. And Freiermuth going to have a Steelers 1st down as the tackle is made right at the 25-yard line.
It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
There's completion to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely.
I mean,
size, the hands.
Speed. I mean, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack.
And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15.
12 yards that time, but a Pittsburgh 1st. The running game fully in sync, 1-11 on that play.
And sometimes it comes from the offensive coordinator, understanding what he thinks the defense is going to do and dialing up the perfect play. Sometimes the quarterback, though, can look at the defense, realize he needs to change it to a run, and that gets it done in a big way as well.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Check.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. This one into the hands of Metcalf. Touchdown! DK Metcalf. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Steelers are able to extend their lead. That touchdown reception, his 22nd of the year, tying him for second all-time with Hall of Famer Jerry Rice, who also had 22 during the 1987 season. Extra point put through by Boswell, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Taking it about the 1. And able to get this out to the 25. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10. Now Lawrence. A strong running. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Lawrence. Throw to the right, caught by Okonkwo. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 95 catches for him now on the year, and it's a 1st down. From the gun, it's Lawrence. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Let's see who this is on. Well, obviously, they never want to see penalties on that defense, but this one a little bit more significant there on the downfield pass play.
And coaches preach it all the time. You can't put yourself in that kind of position if you're the defender. You've got to stay in a spot far downfield where you can play the ball without creating extra contact.
And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
Partney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, we're going to sell the go. Just go. Well, let's see who's faster.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Second and a couple. Here's Lawrence to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And the Jags are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. Now the stiff arm created some space initially, but he's taken down not long after. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal. Now Lawrence. Forced out to, and he will not get away. He's sacked back around the 3-yard line. Alex Highsmith has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Now, you've been around me a long time now. You know on 2nd and inches, I love it when teams are aggressive and take a shot, but we just saw the downside to being that aggressive, didn't we?
Now you've given up on a pretty likely 1st down if they had run the football, and they need to come up with something here on 3rd. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. His 11th touchdown on the ground, number 13 overall. And the Jaguars are back within a score. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes it a 14-10 ball game. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away.
taken at the goal line. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Get a look at DK Metcalf as this offense returns to the field.
He's already approaching 100 yards and has the touchdown. I'm sure on that opposite sideline right now, they're scratching their heads saying, all right, what do we do?
And the hard part is, even if you limit him to a short catch, he has that make-you-miss ability to take it for big yardage and put in the end zone again. So trying to blanket him is very difficult, but ultimately, you've got to find a way to put him on the ground, tackle him, and he doesn't make that easy.
Well, they're struggling with that so far.
Hey, check Mega.
Looking to throw on second down. Gabriel.
A short one there to Freiermuth.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, give them credit for trying, but there's no fooling the defense with that call. They were reading run, and they set up to stop the run and then executed.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 9.
Shot, 17.
Watch twins.
Here, yellow. Steal, check steal. Ready.
Operating from the gun. Gabriel. Over the middle, that's caught by Metcalf. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And now 1 yard to go on third down.
Ready. 53.
And they'll try and run for it with Gainwell. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40.
12 yards that time, and a Pittsburgh first. Blocking at the point of attack there was very strong. He had a couple of running lanes.
And I never want to overlook the offensive line, but that's what they get paid to do. How about the quarterback? Everyone thinks all he's going to do is throw the football. His movement and deception can help a running game as well.
Hey, don't steal. Blaster, six.
On first down, Gabriel completes it to Austin. And in for the Steelers touchdown.
Calvin Austin with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Steelers are able to add on to that lead. So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great work, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game and no signs of slowing down.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Here we go on the return from the 1-yard line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Lawrence will throw. Okakwo holds it in left side. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and a couple. Running out of the gun with Etienne.
And he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll check in with Jonathan Coachman from Orlando. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half of play.
On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. He'll get that underneath Etienne.
So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that'll bring up second down. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down.
Now Lawrence to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. And a nice milestone reached on that last throw is here late in the season. He goes over 4,000 yards passing.
And he's really thrown the ball well all season long. Had some big games along the way. He's inspired his receiving corps to go out and make plays for him in each and every ball game.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Over the middle, he has Okonkwo.
Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Throwing again here. It's Lawrence. He's into the secondary. Touchdown, Jaguars. Jacoby Myers. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Jags get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 21-17. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it was all capped off by Jacoby Myers on the touchdown reception. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Steelers taking over now late in this first half. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Single receiver. Hey, you're on an island over there. Single receiver.
Looking to throw. Gabriel. And that's dropped underneath for Wilson.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Back to throw. Gabriel going for Metcalf on the deep ball. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they're going to measure revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
Let's go. Move 32. Black Ultra.
Titles on Ringo. Titles on Ringo.
The final shot before break. Gabriel, he's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown.
Pat Freiermuth. As time expires in the first half. And the Steelers will extend their lead here just before halftime. For quarterbacks, there are a number of ways to measure a good statistical season. This is one of them. That last touchdown pass, his 30th on the year. Boswell for the extra point.
And that one pushes the lead up to 11. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll start up at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. Breece Hall, 2 touchdown runs to lead the way. From there, we head all the way out west to see what's happening with the LA Chargers. And they were victorious in that one over the visiting San Francisco 49ers. Justin Herbert, strong in the victory, as his guys managed to cobble together their 3rd win in an otherwise dismal campaign. Finally, let's get to Indianapolis to check on the Colts at home at Lucas Oil Stadium. And they were losers in that one to the visiting Green Bay Packers. Jordan Love, a strong performance there, over 300 yards passing with 3 touchdowns in the victory.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the 3rd quarter. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Steeler offense ready to get going to begin this 3rd quarter. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. From the 33, here's 2nd down and 7. Wilson going to try the right side. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
And the Jags with 5 in the secondary now on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Gabriel. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the 1st. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
Love when the playbook comes to life and the execution is there. Man coverage on the outside. And if you like the matchup and you feel like your receiver can get the position he needs, you just throw it up there and let him do his thing. We see this a lot now with back shoulder routes and things like that. And this is a nice job to go up and get it. And they pick up a 1st down.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. They'll run straight ahead with Wilson. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there. They've got the lead early here in the 3rd quarter, and runs like that are how they established that lead in the 1st half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead because they are leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the 2nd half.
Cycle. Smash, smash, check, smash. Fight, fight. Ready.
Throwing on 1st down. Gabriel. And it's caught. Touchdown. DK Metcalf with a milestone career touchdown number 100. Joining Curtis Martin and Franco Harris at the century mark as he continues to climb the all-time list.
And the Steelers take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Extra point now by Boswell. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So the drive there took 6 plays.
And it's DK Metcalf who finishes things off with a touchdown reception.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
This to the back of the landing zone. He'll return it from the 1. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2.
And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming.
Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here.
And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
They'll run with Etienne.
And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. 3 yards there. Good enough to keep the drive moving.
That's a tremendous group effort there because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were. Looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey.
Well, it's a cold night, and whether you're a quarterback that wears a glove on his throwing hand or not, that ball is a rock, Brandon. You've got to really drive it through the cold and the wind, or it can take off on you. And that may have been what happened there.
And now out come the Steelers.
And they'll have good field position here following the interception and a chance to build on their lead as they start with a 1st and 10.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line.
Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6. Looking to throw. Gabriel. Will get this complete to Austin.
And in for the Steelers touchdown.
Calvin Austin.
2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Steelers take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. So they're able to capitalize there on the short field, and that might prove to be the score that turns out the lights.
The party's over. Oh, sorry about that. That's an old reference there, folks. But, yeah, they've been the better of the 2 teams. That's great complimentary football right there. Defense gets the turnover, sets up the short field, and the offense goes right out and scores to open up a pretty sizable lead.
This taken in right around the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
And the Jacksonville offense on their way out again as we take a look at the playoff race in the AFC.
Well, including this week, 3 weeks remain in the regular season, Charles, and it is going to be interesting to see how this playoff picture sorts itself out before we head into the postseason.
Competitive, entertaining postseason, that's what we're always striving for. But I think we get it during the regular season, too, because you never know how things are going to go during the final weeks of the season. Every team pulling out all the stops to get a better seed or just to get one of those 7 seats at the table.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
ETN once more.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1.
Back to throw. Lawrence got his man complete over the middle. That's Thomas.
And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
Now Lawrence now he has this complete to Strange, the tight end.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
Well, still in the 3rd quarter here. Now, you look at the scoreboard, that deficit probably a little too much to overcome, but completions like that may be something to build on for future weeks.
Yeah, it's all about ending things on a strong note here, isn't it? Because my mindset is it's a new ball game from here to the end. Make sure it's a good one and close it out.
Now, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
2nd down and a little more than a yard here.
Looking to throw. Lawrence.
A short throw taken in by Okonkwo.
It'll be a pickup of 4. Good enough to earn him yet another first down.
How about the timing on that one? Boy, they were in sync, weren't they? 3-step drop, balls out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
ETN up the middle.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
From the 29, here's the 2nd and 5. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. Short throw taken in by Okonkwo.
That good for 6 as they keep this drive right on rolling.
Throwing now, Lawrence on first down.
And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
I certainly like what he did right there because he smartly wanted to avoid forcing anything downfield because nothing appeared to be open. Nice harmless slide there to avoid the big hit, and he gets a small gain on the play.
And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal.
From the shotgun, Lawrence.
He's got it. 3 yards is the gain that time. 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great play there.
His 12th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Jaguars are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd.
Extra point right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead down to 18. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run.
This fielded right at the goal line. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Get a look at DK Metcalf as this offense returns to the field.
He's having a day here in quarter number 3. Over 100 yards, couple touchdowns. Every receiver's hope for when they head into that game in the National Football League.
And his team is loving what he's giving them. Of course, the yardage is terrific, but I think it's what you mentioned, the 2 touchdowns. That's the big one because he's paying off his results downfield.
And still more time here. Third quarter, we'll see what else he has in store for us. Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give him 7 there on the first down carry. One quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's Steeler football, and they have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. Boston, the man in motion left.
Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle. And this defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35.
The Steelers on third down. No problems to this point. A perfect 5 for 5. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Back to throw. Gabriel.
That is caught.
He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there.
Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think he continued to do so.
It was T.J. Edwards who brought him down. Here's a 2nd and 5. On the handoff, Sermon. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now it's Sermon. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3.
Mike, 6. Madden.
Looking to throw. Gabriel.
He's got his open man. That's Freiermuth.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars 18. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the 4th, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Tackle made by Devin Lloyd, the linebacker. His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And that is caught. What a grab at the 8. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up 1st and goal.
Here we go. Black 40.
53.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
He'll get it here on the jet sweep.
And he's going to bull his way down to about the 1-yard line. A good run, 8 yards there, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
It's a bit of a dangerous part of the field for him to break into their bag of tricks, but for a minute there, I thought it was going to set up perfectly for him. Instead, they don't get into the end zone, but they do pick up positive yardage.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers.
Kenneth Gainwell
Taking it in from a yard.
are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter.
Boswell for the extra point. And they open the lead up now to 25 points. So that drive spans 13 plays.
And it was Kenneth Gainwell who finished it off with a touchdown run.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
So from the 26-yard line, here's the 2nd and 8.
Back to throw. Lawrence.
A short throw there to Strange.
And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. From the gun on 3rd down. Lawrence dancing to his left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Lawrence. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule.
And the pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down.
Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up 3rd down.
Well, when you time those screen passes perfectly, they can work perfectly, but that time it took a little too long to develop.
And you zeroed in on exactly what makes that play go. Timing. Because if the timing's off at all, those unblocked defenders coming at the quarterback, they'll put him on the deck.
On 3rd down, Lawrence. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. Draw play, Etienne. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. From the 46, here's second down and 8. Operating from the gun, Lawrence. And he'll get 2 or 3 out of that one, as that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score. Operating from the gun, Lawrence. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. Second down. Second down and 6 now. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a third and about 4 for a first. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. 91 yards rushing for him now as he's toted it 21 times.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on third down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Sermon now on 1st and 10. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And when you break it down, you know, this was just a thoroughly dominating performance.
And I truly thought that we'd have a tight game coming into this one. I think you felt the same way based on our conversation after the production meeting. But obviously not the case. And how about just how it broke open? You know, you just all of a sudden, whoosh, there it is. This thing is pretty much done. And the crowd stayed with it to celebrate because they're like, let's enjoy watching our team play this well. This is fun.
So for the Steelers, they continue to show they're playoff ready as they move to 13-3 with 1 game remaining. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Steelers earn the win at home as we say so long from Pittsburgh.